they do want to make a deal.
Well, only they know for sure. Joining us now, Oklahoma Senator Mr. Markwayne Mullin. Senator Mullin, thank you, sir. What do you make of that? I think he'd like a deal, but there's a big flotilla going to Iran. He's keeping it private. How do you read it, sir?
Well, what we're reading there is President Trump is putting his options out there on the table. He's got Plan A. Plan A would be, hey, let's make a deal. The Ayatollah is not suicidal. The Ayatollah already knows that we can break their defense, their air defense, and we put him on notice before that we can track him and we know where he's at, even when he gets inside his bunker. What we don't want to do is cause a vacuum. If we were to just simply take out the Ayatollah and the leadership, there's not really an heir apparent leader in Iran right now, and we don't want to create a vacuum for ISIS or Al-Qaeda or the Taliban or even for Turkey to come in, because keep in mind, Larry, you and I both know this, the reserves that's in Iran right now are bigger than the ones in Saudi Arabia. And so there's a rich prize that is sitting there. And if they were used for good rather than used for terror like the Ayatollah has done, the Iranian people would be a very rich nation. So we're teaching, or we're going after this with kid gloves, but keep in mind, at the same time, we know they've been chanting death to America since 1979, so we're not going to let up the pressure.
You know, Senator Mullin, come back to the oil point. I was very surprised. So we have an embargo on oil. We have a secondary tariff on oil. You don't buy, if you buy Iranian oil, you can't do any business in the U.S. But it's not really being enforced. So I looked it up. Iran is still producing 3.2 million barrels a day. And guess who the buyer is? China. China. Now, I haven't heard a word about that. So they're still making money from their oil reserve. Senator, that kind of burns me up.
Well, it's China and India. Both
India
that is still doing it. Yeah, and so the issue that we have is being able to track it. We talk about these ghost fleets all the time. You know, there's an international protocol to which our ships for shipping lanes and security purposes that they're all on certain signals, kind of like we do with aircraft in the air. These ghost fleets that they're using is very difficult for us to track. And so we're constantly, and they'll flag them under different countries. It's not flagged from Iran. They'll flag it from a different country, and you catch them in open seas, and then China is not cooperating with it because why? They're getting their oil at a 30% discount. So we're hunting them. We look for them. We try to stop them as best we can, but it's very difficult with that international help.
All right. Well, Senator Mullin, we'll talk to you next week about it and see how this thing plays out. We appreciate it, as always.
Have a good weekend.